Hello and welcome to Active and Healthy with Gina. And I'm delighted to welcome you back to another session. We're going to be starting with our 10 minutes of Ageless Grace. And I've got a new guest with me today. My friend Hilary is here. Hilary was initially a student at one of my classes, fell in love with Ageless Grace, then did the certification and is now an educator. So she's teaching classes herself. So she's used to a little bit more of my movements and understanding a little bit about Ageless Grace, which is fantastic. And we have recruited young Rashied out of the office. So we like to say Ageless Grace is for anybody. Doesn't matter what your age, you can be doing this. So we're going to be doing 3 of our exercises today. The first one is called body math. It is all to do with our body ability to respond, react and recover, which is very, very important because being able to maintain our balance is important. So we're going to start with body math. The second exercise we're going to do is called Team Fit, and this is all to do with different sports. So you can be like me and Hilary, who've never played either of the 2 sports that we're going to be doing today. I think Rashied's certainly done one. Have you done rugby?
Never.
Okay, he's done 1 out of the 2. So we're all on the same level playing field when we come to doing the second. So even at home, if you haven't, it doesn't matter. The whole point, and one of the key points out of Ageless Grace, is that you just have fun exercising. And then the last thing we're going to do is that key thing that I mentioned earlier, balancing. So it's called balancing act. We're going to be working on the balancing points in our toes, in our core, and in our inner ear. So I'm ready to hit it. Are you ready to start counting? It's only 4s and 8s. Let's have some music. And we are ready to be starting counting and doing body mass. So just start. We're starting with 4. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clap 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clap 8. 1, 2, 3. Clap 4, 5, 6, 7. Clap 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We change the pattern to 4s. 1, 2, 3. Clap 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're clapping hands and tapping the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go different sides, so you better be ready. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. As I said, you've got to be respond, react, and recover. Where are we going next? Got to keep an eye on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how about lifting the legs up? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing patterns the whole time. Are you watching? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4 is up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back onto the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing good. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you doing at home? 2, 3, 1. Tired yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 on each side. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Body math, responding, reacting. Okay, everybody, cricket. Right, now cricket. Go. What are we doing first, Rashied?
Running.
We're running. What are we doing? Running what, with our bats? Are we running for the line? Okay, you've got your bats out. Someone's bowled one and we're just having to run. We don't want to get run out. Quick, run for the line. Have we done it? Okay, and we've got to do it with the other hand, right? Because we're ambidextrous batsmen. Okay, reach. Now you're going to be standing there with your bat. Is it a bat? What's it called? Is it a cricket bat? It is. It's a bat. It's a bat. Okay, here they're bowling you a slow one. Right? Bring it back up and go. Out the field? Yes? Yes? Did you ever get a 6? Oh, whoa. Oh, that was a 6. That was a 6. Other side, other side. Ambidextrous sportsman. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Got to run for that one. Hold your bat. And go down. Okay. Now we're going to be the fielders. Wicket keeper. Yes? So we stand here. We're waiting to catch the ball. Got to leap for it that way. Leap the other way. And the other way. Ooh, how are we all doing over there? Come on, we're going. Oh, Hilary looks really ready to catch that. That one in the. Got your wicket gloves on. Right. Okay, now we're out in the field. We're running to catch a deep one. Oh, reach. Oh my gracious me. What? Other side. Reach out this way. Okay, Jaunty Rhodes was famous for diving for it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We're diving to catch that ball. Run the other side. You tired at home? I'm getting exhausted. Oh, we got that one. What else we do? We field. We bat. We cheer when we won. Okay, now we're going to recognise and remember great South African legend. I'm sure I, along with many South African women and men, loved Youth van der Westhuizen. Rest in peace, my man. You had a long and difficult journey. So this bit of team fit is rugby. So let's get our balls underneath our arms and we run. Come on, crazy. Quick. You've got to throw it behind you, don't you? Throw it. I'm throwing it to Rashied. Run, throw it to Hilary. I'm waiting. Better not throw it forward to me, but that was probably a foul. Okay, we're running for the touchline. Hold your rugby ball. Here we go, dive. Woo! Back up. Okay, now we have to kick the rugby ball so it goes through the post. Place it. The English players are always very serious. I don't know what the South African ones are like. Okay, we're going to get ready to now kick it through the goal post. 1, 2, 3. Goal. Other side. Come on. Raise your ball down. Focus. We're looking at the goal posts. Okay, kick. Right. Run. We're having to duck we're getting around all the different players. Jono Lomu, isn't that who we had to tackle? You've got to tackle this really big Kiwi. Here he goes, leap on him. Did we get him? Good. Oh boy. I said rugby's quite exhausting. That was only 2 minutes. They have to do it for 90. No, they don't. 80. How long is it? Whichever. Okay, let's draw our breath back. And we're going to concentrate on our balancing points on our feet. It's one of the reasons we do this barefoot. We're going to be able to connect with our feet to the floor. So we're just going to come up on our toes to begin with. And we're dropping the heels down and up and down and up and down. Balance is one of the most important issues for older people and even for younger people. It's all too easy to lose our balance, to fall over. It's why that response and reaction from the body math section is so important. So the key balance point in our feet is between the second and the third toe. So just by pressing down on it, it just helps you connect to the floor. Now I want you to switch it so it's alternate foots, one up and one down. And then I want you to imagine pressing hard on the heel so that heel is going to the floor and floor and floor and down and down. Lovely. So we're just going to bring the feet forward a little bit. Drop the heels down, and now we're raising our toes. So it's a very important joint called the saddle joint, which is in exactly that. It's in our ankles. That needs to stay strong as well. So we're just focusing on the feet to begin with. So a sense of groundedness is very, very important. The last bit of balancing act that we are going to do is working on the core. So the core is right in the center of the body. So I want you to imagine your tummy button. You're pulling it towards your spine. All right, Rashied and Hilary? We're lifting up the leg. This requires quite a few things at one time. So you're thinking this is staying strong and tight, which strengthens your back. You've got the leg in the air and you're lowering it to the ground, but it's not touching the ground. You're keeping breathing as well. So that leg is just going up and down. So it's making you focus on your core, strengthening your leg, focusing on your breathing. That's lovely. Okay, so rest that leg down. Rest your tummy a minute. Rub it. Now we're going back to thinking core again. Tummy button, spine. That's tight. Other leg up and down. Up and down. And up and down. And up, down. So the 3 points that we work on in Ageless Grace are your feet, your center, your core, and your inner ear. So just shake your head with a little, as if saying no. No, 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 no. And then a big yes. Yes, 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 yes. And we can do everything at once. You can lift your leg. You can have the foot out. You can just be doing the ankle being strengthened, the leg being lifted, and you can have the head going backwards and forwards as well. That's incorporating everything at once. And the other side. Leg out and up. So there we are. That is the 3 parts of our balancing act. It included body mass today. It included team fit with some cricket and with some rugby. I want to say thank you to Hilary, great educator, takes wonderful classes. So we'll let you know where you can go and find her. And Rashied works here in the office, so we grabbed him out from his work, so they're going to want you back at work. Thank you. We learned a little bit about cricket today. And please come back after the break because we're going to be discussing some very, very important issues, and grab a glass of water. We'll see you back here in a few minutes. So welcome back to Active and Healthy with Gina. I hope that you enjoyed those 3 exercises. I certainly enjoyed doing them with Rashied and with Hilary, and I hope that you had fun at home. So you may never have played cricket, you may never have played rugby, but the whole idea is that you are using your creativity, your imagination. It's very much a large part of what Ageless Grace does. So if you want more information about Ageless Grace, one of the best places to go is to the agelessgrace.com website. That will tell you everything that is going on internationally with this organization since they started in 2011. They are now in 15 different countries with almost 2,000 educators teaching these wonderful classes across the globe. And we desperately need more people. Here in South Africa, we are probably only 50 educators across the whole of the country and only 3 trainers. So an educator is a teacher, somebody like myself and Hilary, who teach classes. They can be in retirement homes, frail care centres, they can be in public classes, they can be one-on-one at home. So that is one option. And then the other position is that of a trainer. I'm also a trainer, so I teach other people how to become educators so that they can teach classes themselves. So on my own website here in South Africa, agelessgracewithgina.com, you'll be able to get all the information on what goes on with my own classes locally in Cape Town. So I hope that you'll take a look at that. And internationally, agelessgrace.com, you'll be able to get a lot of information. Now, people often ask, what are the materials and how do I find out more information about these 21 tools and exercises? Well, you'll find them on my website and you'll find them also on agelessgrace.com. But you can also buy these fabulous little sets of cards. So the cards are and represent the 21 different exercises that we do. So each week I will choose 3 different exercises. So this week we did body mass. of which the primary benefit was responding, reacting, recovering. Simple counting patterns, 4, 8s, 2s, clapping, moving, playing with the numbers. The second one we did today was called Team Fit. That is basically using our imagination and creativity around any sport. So whether you played a lot of sport or you've never played sport, it's all about using your imagination and thinking what it would be like, and just having fun, whether you are sitting in a chair and pretending to be playing cricket or rugby. So I hope that you had fun doing that. And then the last one that we did today was balancing act. So that focused on the 3 key points, balance points that we work on in Ageless Grace for the body, the balance point through the toes, through the core, and through your inner ear fluid. And if you've ever had vertigo, you know just how important it is to be able to keep that inner ear fluid nice and loose so that it keeps your balance nice and strong. So these cards are one of the materials. You can buy a pack, and they are available here in South Africa. They can be ordered internationally, also mainly through the website. There is a fantastic 3 DVD set. Now that 3 DVD set has the creator of Ageless Grace, Denise Medved, going through all of the 21 tools. So it enables you to be able to do 3 tools a day, 10 minutes at home with Denise. So that's a wonderful way also of making sure that you are doing your daily mobility and movement. So you've got those 3 DVDs to be able to do with her. And then for those who, like myself and Hilary, who wanted to find out more, wanted to become educators, teach this wonderful program, then we have what is called the playbook. The playbook has far more in-depth information, really, really practical for people who want to be able to learn how to do this class, or maybe even you just want to do the program more with mum at home. You want to be able to order the materials, then please get onto the website and take a look and know that you can. So that's great. Well, last week I hope that you enjoyed hearing from 2 extraordinary men, Terry Rothwell and John Pepper, who are 2 men who live with Parkinson's. I think you would have seen just hearing from them, these are men who are not defined by their disease, who really are doing amazing things to do everything they can to reverse and combat the way that people are when they live with Parkinson's. So John Pepper's book is absolutely really, really worthwhile reading if you are somebody who either has Parkinson's or you have a family member with Parkinson's. And his book is called Reverse Parkinson's Disease and can be found through John Pepper. And all of the people that I have on the show, anything that is to do with articles or books that they have written, everything will have links on my Facebook page, Ageless Grace with Gina, and on my website. So you'll be able to follow up and get all that information. So to John and to Terry, thank you both very much for coming on the show. It was great to be able to tell people a little bit more about what it is to live with Parkinson's, and your stories were very inspiring. There are wonderful, wonderful support groups here in the southern suburbs in Cape Town. The Kenilworth support group for Parkinson's meets on a monthly basis and covers all sorts of different issues to help support people who live with Parkinson's. So there are many different support groups around the world with many, many different people who live with many, many different issues. I think, I was always inspired, organizations even like AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, so much is helped by achieving and helping somebody who suffers with a disease or with an addiction to know that you can get support on a regular basis to be able to help you go on that journey and to know that you're not alone. So that is going to be something that's going to be there to help you. So today what I wanted to cover is something rather strange and unusual, which is I want to speak to you about the spoon theory. So this is to really help people who are living with chronic illness. Now that chronic illness can be a number of different things. So it can be somebody who is going through cancer treatment. It can be somebody who has lupus, ME, any of those illnesses that are very exhausting, debilitating, that just leave you feeling incredibly weak. So really it's all about learning how to harness your energy. And I was introduced to this concept, and there is a website which is all to do with the spoon theory, and there is a Facebook page, and it has a very, very funny and amusing little expression which is, but you don't look sick.com. So with some illnesses, people have the symptoms that really look like they're sick, but there are many illnesses out there that you may not necessarily look like you are unwell. So this woman described and created this this system with the spoon theory to explain to her friends and to her family what it is like to knowing that you've got a certain amount of energy during the course of a day, and how you are going to utilize that energy, and that you have to understand it has a limited there's a limited amount of it that you have. So how to be able to explain that to people. So how she did it, because she was at a dinner party, or she was having dinner with her girlfriend, and she said, what's it like to live? And in this circumstance, this woman had lupus. How do you cope? And so what she did, she ended up grabbing a set of spoons, and she gave them to her friend, and she put them in her hand. And she said, right, I want you to imagine that this is the amount of time that you have in a day. The spoons represent the different things that you have to be able to do to be able to function in life. So she said, oh, right. So I've got all these spoons, and I think she had 12 when she started. I could only grab 4 this morning before I left the house. I think the rest were in the washing up. But it's the theory, the concept I want you to understand. So she said, okay, you've got to get, so her friend said, right, I've got to get up and get dressed and get to the kitchen. She said, hold it. She said, some days, even just getting out of bed might use 1 whole spoon. Because if you are recovering from treatment, or you have ME, or you have lupus, it can take enormous energy even just to get up out of bed. That's before you get to the bathroom, before you brush your teeth, get in the shower, get to the kitchen, make breakfast. Heck, we still haven't even reached 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can find that you have used a whole lot of your spoons. So getting out, maybe you've got an animal that has to be fed. Maybe you have a little dog you want to take for a walk. Well, all of these things can be using up yet another spoon as your day progresses. So the day can come round and suddenly it's 6 o'clock in the evening. You know you're hungry. You need to eat something. But you also know that if you're going to eat something, you've got to cook something. You then have to eat something. You then have to wash up. You then have to bath. You have to get undressed and get into bed. You've got 1 spoon left. What do you do? So if you can see it like that, I think one of the things it does is it gives each and every one of us the ability, and even for me, the one thing people ask me, what do you not have enough of? I don't have enough time in the day to do all the things that I would like to be able to do. And I think this very, very simple concept of realizing that every single job that I have to do, whether it's getting up in the morning, getting dressed, making breakfast, walking the dog, because I do have to do all these things, all of these take my time, they take my energy, and I'm using up my spoons all during the day. And so are you when you're at home, whatever your age. And it's a great way that if you have an illness and you want to be able to describe to people what it's like and how you've got to use this energy and make it last during the course of a day, the spoon theory is a wonderful way to do it. I really encourage you to go and look at the wonderful material, to go and look at this website, butyoudon'tlook.com, to go and look at her Facebook page. There are lots of people who talk about being spoonies. And I can really see I can become a spoonie now, because I certainly only have a certain amount of spoons in my day that I have to be able to do all the things that I want to do. So today we were covering what it is to be living with a chronic illness, and maybe how to describe and share that with your family and friends so that they better understand that you only have a limited amount of energy to do everything you need to do, as well as being with your loved ones. So, maybe you have young children, and maybe even helping your children understand why you don't have all the energy that you would want to be with them. Maybe this is a simple way to be able to describe it to them. Next week is going to be a big, meaty subject, because if today was living with chronic illness, then next week I'm going to cover the subject of dying and palliative care. And I've got a wonderful doctor who's going to be in the studio with me. So it's going to be inspiring. It's not going to be depressing. It's not ghoulish. It is part of this wonderful, rich journey that we have, is to accept that we need to live life healthy, fit, vibrant for as long as we have got, and be able to ultimately, when the time comes, be able to know that we're going to die the way we want and to die with dignity. So thank you for being with Active and Healthy with Gina. Thank you again to Hilary and to Rashied, and I look forward to seeing you next week.